will now laugh. Excellent cut.
That is awesome. I love this stuff. I love it. Hello everyone, my name is Josh and I'm an award-winning video editor that reacts to music videos, movie clips, and more. And today I'm getting into behind the scenes of All Too Well by Taylor Swift. I've been counting down to do this. This is so exciting to me. The video was freaking awesome, so I am excited to dig into what they did behind the scenes to make this as awesome as it was. So, and without further ado, let's get into this.
We need this to be a lot faster than it is, and I think she should be in the door. We don't want to see her walk in the door. She should be in already.
In it.
Yeah, so that's what we need to do. We need even faster on Dylan, and then Sadie's right there.
Okay, so what I'm already seeing here is I know that this was brought up many times in the comments, but the set piece that I was talking about was actually a real house, and from what I read in the comments that you guys said it was Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds' house, so that's even cooler. But here you can hear that it's like either nighttime or getting close to it because of the crickets and everything like that. But no, this is really cool. She's showing that she has a vision, and she's making it known to everybody. Like she has this picture in her head, and you could just tell from like the concentration that she has is that, hey, this is what I want. And I think she's communicating it clearly too to everybody, which is awesome.
Cool. So maybe she's right behind him.
She's right behind
Cool.
him. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes. Yes. Like you guys have like
Nice. She was so happy with it. Look at that shot. So what we're seeing here actually is some sort of transmitter, and we obviously see the screen that she's able to see what's going on and what's being filmed. So and she is literally sitting in like the most director chair possible, so which is awesome. So I don't know where they're beside the house, but obviously they're not anywhere next to where the shot is actually being done. So, but they do have a light. So I don't know if that's shining into the house on purpose or if that's just all for them. But this is just really cool.
like you guys have like this kind of natural chemistry that like.
Check that out. That is a crazy Steadicam. So right here, she has the same screen that she's able to see what's being shot. And what we have here is a Steadicam. So I was actually, and this looks like what's going to be the forest scene. So I was actually right about that being filmed on some sort of gimbal. I said gimbal, but essentially Steadicam is the same thing. So on the bottom of the Steadicam, we actually see 3 different V-mount batteries. So that'll actually, as far as I know, yeah, those look like V-mounts. So those things can power a camera and a whole setup for a long time. So they're ready to shoot.
Comes around once in a lifetime and just like happens, and it's sweet and it's playful, and you could be laughing in the middle of it, but it's also got like the elements of like physical chemistry to it. Try it a few different ways.
All right.
Also, I love
Oh my gosh. She has a massive personality. So right here, again, she's being very clear, concise, and letting the actors and actresses do what they feel is natural. So it's like she's explaining the emotion. Now she's leaving it to them to portray that emotion in their own, I guess, unique ways. So it kind of sounds like she's doing that. So, I mean, this is, she's a good director.
Also, I love the idea of if you're on a down angle, if you're below them, a little, yeah, and coming around them and stuff. And 5, 4, 3.
Oh, And that looks like Rena Yang. Yeah, she looks like she's like DPing and everything like that. It seems like they both have good chemistry and they like do everything together. It's awesome.
3, 2, 1, yes! That's beautiful, now laugh. Excellent cut.
That is awesome. I love this stuff. I love it. Like, if you think about it, this video was just so well done, and you would think there would just be this massive crew behind it. And I'm sure a lot of people were involved, but on set, I mean, I'm seeing what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So like, I mean, you would think that there would just be a whole slew of people behind this, just operating certain things and all of that. But it seems as if we have these 5 people right here, and then like maybe the camera operator and somebody else over there next to him. This just proves that you don't need a lot of people to create something that's magical. You know, that's just so good. It's the storytelling. It's the vision that the director or the DP has, and like it's just everybody doing their part well. But really, it's a story being told, and that's what matters a lot. You don't need a lot of people to create something great.
Cut. It's more of a toss.
Yes.
So that you fully expected them to land in her hand, but instead,
No,
you know,
for sure.
they just drop.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I like the idea of you picking him up and just kind of looking at him like warily and just watching him for a second, and we'll film your close-up with that. And then whenever you feel like you've given up, I think.
Yeah, see, right here. I mean, we don't have many people again, but look at, he's paused staring at the camera. What's really cool here is that she is getting so involved again and again and again every single time we see her directing, and it's not just for the camera. Like, this is her natural directing style, where she is quite literally standing right next to the actor or actress and explaining the scene and being very clear about it.
Right.
She's even getting in the car and everything.
Wow.
You know?
Just let it go.
It's gonna be great.
He's got his hand here. He's going to be resting his hand. He's going to rest his hand here telling the story. And you go.
Just the before and after is so fulfilling to me. And so right here, what we see is those overhead lights are just on. You know, this scene in the actual video is looks significantly different because of lighting. The lighting has so much to do with the scene. So they don't have any of the lights running and everything, and they just have the overhead lights on. And you can just tell the difference between this and the final shot. So it's awesome.
Hold it. Yeah. And you cut it in our vision. I'm telling the Legoland. Do it up here. So when
Telling a Legoland story? Is that what he just said?
she goes to hold your hand, put it down, like kind of put it down, back down on the table. Because we want to see it on the table. It's in front of fucking everyone that you do this. That's why it's so embarrassing. Basically, you guys are his closest friends, and you're laughing your asses off because he's very funny. At a certain point, they're going to have a moment of disconnect, but you don't even need to notice it at all. You guys are just having like the best time at this dinner party.
Excellent, Sadie. Now let's go back.
This is really cool. So we actually see some more set pieces. Man, there's a lot of boxes in here. Are those boxes? I feel like. But right here, we just have like an extra light that's like ready to go, is just set up just in case. And they all, well, actually, it looks like it does have a purpose, because right here we see a kind of like a reflector. There's certain light that's achieved by bouncing light. And so what I mean by bouncing light is every single light that's being used doesn't need to be directly on something. So for a more diffused light, you can just take a light and shine it at a wall. And whenever you're shining it at the wall, you can look at everything else and see it's brighter, it's softer because of the light bounce. So right here, right here we have this light shining, well, it's not on, but if it was on, it would be shining up towards this reflector, which gives it more bounce and more diffusion. So I think, you know, this is kind of set up just in case if they need more lighting, or it has a different purpose at a later shot, you know. But man, this is really, really cool.
Everybody is having a great time. Let's cover everybody at the party. Dylan is peak charisma. Tell more stories, Dylan. So there we are. Hey guys, I'm gonna give Dylan one punchline to say and then you all die laughing, okay? The punchline is, and it was my foot, okay? Okay, are you ready?
And it was my foot? Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So what's really, really funny about music videos is that usually it's the song playing over what natural audio is being used. So they can say whatever they want. And it's funny to know that he's saying, and that was my foot? Is that what?
Was my foot, okay?
Yeah, and that was my foot. It's so funny to know that that's what he's saying, and that's what everyone's laughing at in the actual music video, even though it's such a serious moment. So I love this kind of stuff. There's been times where I've shot commercials where I'm like, we're not using audio in this. We're not using audio anywhere in this, so please say whatever you want. I just need this reaction. And some of the stuff that I have heard has been out of this world. I'll just say that. It's funny. I love this stuff.
Okay, are you ready? So camera's gonna be on Dylan, and when he says that, you guys are gonna just explode laughing, and I wanna see coverage of all the friends. You guys ready? Okay, go for it.
So we open it up, and it's my foot.
Yes!
Okay, so number one, how did Sadie Sink not laugh at that? Like, I know it was her job not to, but that'd be so hard not to laugh at.
That was literally perfect. Cut, we have what we need.
This is going to be very hard to figure out how to do, but can you mouth happy birthday? Like you're singing happy birthday, but your cue to I'm going to tell you where your cue is to put the cake down. It's all to music, so once we get it right, mixed with the performance, we're golden. It's going to be loud. So this is...
All right, so right now we have a lot going on. We have somebody behind her that's actually what I would call set dressing. And so when we say set dressing, it's every single detail in the background is set dressed. So there's a reason why this picture's right here. There's a reason why there's a present right here. You know, everything has a purpose in every shot. And so you don't want something accidental to be in any of the shots. So a set dresser's main purpose is to look at the shot and what the framing is going to be, what's the movement, what is going to be in frame, and they need to make sure nothing is in there that's by mistake. You know, there's a reason for everything. So this guy is turning on a light behind her and is making sure everything looks good behind her. So second, she has her phone out and is playing the song and trying to get everybody to understand when and where their movements are going to be, what their cue is to like come into frame. She's being very clear. Again, she's right next to all the actresses and actors. I think they're all actresses, but she's right next to everybody explaining this stuff, being concise and clear. So. And then I believe
the shot that's going out like this, and then it stops, and then this starts, then take.
So she's even explaining, man, she really has this nailed down. I mean, she's explaining the camera movements to them. That's awesome.
Down on the word come, and then slow out. We should always see a falseness to your smile. It should be contrasted by how real your smile in the last shot was.
Cut! Oh my
It almost like she was. It almost looked like she was about to go into tears. Like she was extremely happy about that shot.
That was amazing. This is a moment where there's a lot more movement. It's a much more. It's not as still and slow. We're back to that kind of keeping a pace of movement.
Sadie, walk towards camera looking and go past us if you can. And cut.
That is so cool. So, man, they have this thing lit up. I mean, so you can see here just from like a normal camera, the difference between a normal camera and a cinema camera right here. Because in a normal camera, all of this is just blown out. Like you can't even tell what's going on. It just looks like eternity right there. But right here, you can see, yes, it is a little blown out, but you can see other things. You can see everybody in the shot and stuff like that. So, you know, the Sadie Sink is just killing this. I mean, it seems like she is told something and she does it and executes it perfectly. So, and then also right here, which is a fun little fact here, is called a C-stand. And C-stands, that can be used for anything, essentially for production. That can have a light on it, that can have a monitor on it, that can have just about anything on it, flags and just diffusers, everything that you can think of, essentially. So that's what she's using to monitor what's being shown here.
Nice, reset.
I feel like you guys could do one more where when you sense that this camera is over my shoulder on you guys, you can wipe a tear or maybe kind of squeeze each other a little bit.
Wow. So she has like tears currently going right now. I'm pretty sure. I mean, she's like wiping her nose and like they just did a shot and now she came over to kind of explain. So that's why she is doing what she's doing. I mean, she has tissues. I mean, she's committed. She's doing good. Yeah, that camera, oh my gosh, that camera is just awesome. So I wonder if during these shots, Rena Yang is the one that's kind of calling the shots while Taylor's in there. I know that we've seen a couple shots of like as soon as Taylor's done with the scene, she's like, cut. And so she's still directing, but to make sure everything looks good, I'm pretty sure, I would assume, Rena Yang is being involved in that way.
That's all out. Excellent. Correct. Excellent job, you guys. Thank you so much for being with us. I love sharing these moments with you.
So it's almost as if they actually shot everything in sequence. So there's a lot of different reasons why things are shot in a particular order. And a lot of the times, actually, things are shot out of sequence because maybe something logistically makes more sense. But sometimes, I mean, you don't really see this all that often where it's just like, hey, this is the first scene we're going to shoot here, then we're going to move to the second scene, third scene, fourth. There's a lot of times where you kind of skip around and everything like that. But it looks like they actually went in sequence because this is the last like shot here. And and she said that's a wrap, so, huh.
Thank you so much, guys.
Tremendous.
More at the beginning of this because I want to see the move-in of all the life and the people sitting down and.
Hey, pretty sure that's the editor. Shout out to you, man.
Ideally, she blows up the candles on turn 21. 21. See, I love seeing all the birthday activity.
And he said it's supposed to be fun, turning 21.
You could just see how happy she is watching this. I mean, this is so cool. So the editor seems like he's hooked up to this TV, has like a preview going. I mean, there are many times where a client will come in and share their direction with me while I'm editing. That's happened way more than once. But and usually it's there's a lot of back and forth whether or not editing is even possible for certain things and everything like that. But the fact that she's like directed this and that she has the knowledge of all of this stuff in production seems as though that she has a clear idea of what's possible and what's not, because there are plenty of times where a client has come in to me and said, hey, can we do this? And I'm like, I mean, we didn't shoot that. Like, I don't, I could do 3D work, but I mean, we don't have that shot. Like, I'm sorry. So it seems that Taylor has this knowledge of everything. So of everything production and even editing wise, it seems like. So I feel like she would be a good client to work with and to easily edit something and have that same vision. So
Yeah. I want that to be it. Like, we're watching a person lose an element of innocence and naivete. We're watching her figure out how to turn it into something beautiful. And there's a in the older her, there's a stillness and a stoicism and a seriousness and a stillness but a sadness. She's fine, but she's not who we met.
No.
Like, so it's just sort of one of those things of like what's lost and what's found, and like we're
wow.
watching a person come of age.
Yeah.
Man, the way that she explained that was so deep. Oh my gosh. Wow. The way they ended that was almost like a little, it was almost like a recap of what the behind the scenes was, and just took different shots of like the production process and matched it with what she was saying. It was, even the behind the scenes it's well done. Like, what? No. There's like a story to the behind the scenes, and it is it's awesome. Everyone, that was my reaction to the behind the scenes of All Too Well by Taylor Swift, and I couldn't ask for more. That was a good representation of how Taylor directs and how she communicates with actors and actresses, how she has this just vision, and how everything came to be to create that vision into a masterpiece. I really, really hope that she does another short film in the near future, because the way she does these, it's out of this world. I mean, it should be director of the year. Like, it was so good. So, hey everyone, if you like videos like this, the behind the scenes, please comment below. Share what your thoughts are. If you know anything that I didn't point out, please share them. I love hearing it, love seeing it. And again, thank you everyone for tuning in, and until next time.